Hey everyone, New York Dan here. How's everyone doing? Are you staying warm? This weather is really cold, that's for sure. Yeah, they were saying on AccuWeather it was going to get down to 9 degrees here. Long Island, New York, that's where I am. Today we are going to talk Nomadic Fanatic. Yeah, Tater. Tater. Some of you don't like the topic. Some of you have said, please don't bore us with Tater. So I'm doing it as a separate video, guys. Yeah, we got the Sarasota videos. We got the Tater videos. I haven't done Nomadic Fanatic in a little while. And since I've last left off, he had just gotten the stone delivery for his driveway. Yeah, a lot of the stone, unfortunately, was mixed in, had dirt mixed in with it. Man, he got skunked. He should have said, put down a little sample of this. I want to see what the product, show me the product, man. I want to test the quality of it, man. Dump some out here, man. We want to see a quality test. When he said, man, that's all dirt, man. Where's the stone, man? Where's the rock? Come on, man. It's all dirt. I don't want the dirt, man. I already got dirt here, man. The whole desert dirt. Whole place is dirt, man. It's getting on my sneaker. It's caking up on me soles, man. Send it back. Get out of here. That's what he should have done. Because once the guy dumped his load, man, he was in it up to here. And he couldn't even spread it out himself because it came out so uneven. It was a cold, frozen day. And a lot of the dirt froze together with the stone. And clumps of it came out in piles at different places. Man. He got skunked, Tater. I feel bad for him. Then he had to pay a tractor guy to spread it out because he had piles of this junk that he couldn't. You know how heavy that stuff is, especially if some of it's frozen? Yeah, it's not like you're spreading out hay or something on a farm with a rake. This is heavy stuff. You need heavy equipment. So he had to pay a tractor guy. He smoothed it out and made a nice driveway for him, but he can't work magic. He's not Houdini. Yeah, the dirt's still in there, and the stone is very hard. It's not even mixed together, guys. There's like areas of stone and areas of dirt. It's a mat. He got ripped. So anyway, long story short, after that, they got snow over at Tater Acres. It's the name of his new property. The last one was called Tater Land. It's like Disneyland. He sold it. Yeah, he sold the dream. And he regrets it. Yeah, you don't sell Disneyland. Come on, guys. He claimed his friend, appropriately named Danny, was supposed to be a caretaker to the property, but instead he turned out to be more like a junk man. Yeah, a junk peddler, if you will. A hoarder, though. He brought a lot of junk to the property and made a mess for Tater to clean up. And he was doing illicit activity. According to Tater, he had video surveillance of a bunch of police cars coming in there. The guy was doing illicit. We don't know exactly. The guy had to go to jail. Let's put it this way. Yeah. It's hardcore. So Tater claimed the property was permanently scarred because of the guy making a bad reputation for him at that property, and he had to sell it. He sold it for a loss. The bad part is he had it all set up so he could live there with his RV, his naughty bus, if you will, his school bus, converted into an RV, known as a schoolie, they call them. And he labeled it the naughty bus. He painted it with a nautical theme. He painted it aqua blue. And he even made a trailer to match the bus. He put an octopus on the trailer. You know I have my octopus tank right back there, guys. I'm a big fan of James Bond. Octopussy. Hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. So he's got the aqua bus, the aqua trailer, the octopus decal on the trailer. The crazy part is Tater gets seasick when he tried to go on a Disney cruise. So I don't know why the hell he would want to make the bus like a cruise ship. Make an octopus and a nautical theme. Doesn't make sense, folks. He named the trailer. It's called Trailer Swift. I get a kick out of that. Trailer Swift. Yeah. Named after the singer, perhaps. The singer or the swinger. Trailer Swift. So anyway, that's his get up. And he got rid of Tater Land, and he sold all the improvements with it. Now we're at Tater Acres. Yup. I shouldn't even do it, guys. How's it go? It's like, Tater Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. He's apparently trying to live off-grid at Tater Acre because there's no hookup. No, man. No electricity, man. No. No paved road. No nothing. Yeah, I can't believe there's no telephone pole. There's no wire. He's trying to live off the solar power on the bus, and he's got a few devices up his sleeve, some tricks to keep the bus warm, including a propane-powered heater and also one of those diesel heaters. You see New York Dan, he's got one out in the garage over here, and I've used it to try to heat it. Tell you what, in this weather, it has a hard time getting the place above 35 degrees. It's really cold, 35 Fahrenheit. Yeah, doesn't seem to be able to kick it. It helps, make no mistake, it helps, and the best part is the exhaust vents outside. So you're not going to smell fumes or exhaust odor from your heater. Yeah. So Tater's freezing his batucas off. He had a shed delivered, a fancy shed that he bought at a dealer, pre-built, prefabricated. They come on a truck and deliver it to you. Pretty nice. It's not finished inside, though. It's just bare wood. Yeah, that's up to him to do. But so he instantly has a driveway and a shed, a building on his property now. Now it's all coming together. In a recent episode, he moved the bus. It was at Camper Van Kevin's property. Moved the bus over to Tater Acres. I'm not quite sure why he couldn't just stay at Camper Van Kevin's. I don't know if he was charging him a rent. Maybe that's it. The cheddar, the do-re-mi, they want it. They want a payment, man. Yeah, man. It's not free, man. You want the product, you got to pay, man. I think that's probably what's going on, because he said Camper Van Kevin's property was really nice, and he liked that it was on a paved road and it was close, convenient to get things. Yeah. Well, it's all over now. He moved the naughty bus to Tater Acres in the middle of nowhere. He's got the cats on board. I don't know how he can even have pets on a school bus like that. It's a bit of a stretch. The latest development, he picked up his girlfriend, Diana. She flew into an airport. He went to drive and get her, brought her to Tater Acre. They're going to live on the bus, folks. I'm not quite sure how you entice a girl to come live on a muddy, barren land in a school bus. I'm not quite sure how you do it. Around here, I don't think that would fly. No. It's hard enough to get my girlfriend to go camping. We'll see if that even happens. I really don't know, guys. This is a stretch. I don't know. This girl is very nice to come stay at Tater Acres. The bus, it's full of cat hairs. Tater's outfits, his shirt. He said he couldn't wear one of the shirts today. When he put his video out, he said too many cat hairs on it. He had to change into something else. Yeah. Oh, guess what? That's what was going on. He had no heat. Yeah, the latest deal, he had no heat, and it was very cold that night. Almost as cold as New York. It was down near freezing, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. His bus got very cold. The heater stopped working. He was trying to heat it with this propane heater. It's direct vent. It has a fire. Maybe it's catalytic. It might glow, and it has a flame with the propane. It vents right into the bus, guys. Yeah, kind of dangerous, right? And it does have some kind of a low oxygen shut off on it. And he has a carbon monoxide alarm on the bus. He claims, I don't know how he knows this, he claimed that the oxygen shut off wasn't the problem. Yeah. It can use up all the oxygen on the bus. That's the problem when you're burning something like that. He brought it into a place to have it looked at, I guess where he had bought it from. And they said, do you have a lot of pet hair around? Are there pets around? He said, not really. He said, all I have are 4 hairy cats that walk around the bus. Apparently, it gummed up the circuitry, the igniter. It probably has a monitor. If it detects the pilot light went out, it will shut the heater down. That might have been what happened. They cleaned it up. Tater thinks it's working a little better now. And he claims the diesel heater is not really enough. He likes this propane one. I think he's being cheap about it because it's direct vent. It might be cheaper to run. But in my opinion, it's probably not the safest thing to be burning propane inside the bus. And I believe he even keeps a tank in the damn bus. The propane tank. Yeah. We're going to read some of Tater's comments. As I saw there was one that was very interesting about just what I was talking about, the heater. Okay, YouTube Branch commented on his video about having no heat. He says, hey Eric, FYI, about 5 years ago, my dad died in Arizona. He was at one of those places you can stay for 6 months at a time in the middle of nowhere. His buddy heater, for those that don't know, buddy heater is one of these little portable propane heaters. It's like catalytic, it glows, puts out radiant heat. A lot of RVers use them. Yeah. His buddy heater leaked propane into his converted cargo trailer, and they think he went to go make coffee in the morning, and he blew himself up. This is bad. It tossed them through the side of the cargo container, and the blast was big enough that it destroyed his truck that was attached to it. It burned out the truck, and both vehicle and trailer burnt down to their rims. It's just my own personal opinion, but you should throw that thing in the garbage. If my dad had, maybe he'd still be alive. He died after months of suffering with burns. This is terrible. Sounds like the most horrifying way to die to me, besides drowning. Good luck. Comment got 59 likes. NYD just gave it another like. It's up to 60. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. That's a bad way to go. That's a shame. You're trying to enjoy RV camping and living your best life now, and something like that happens. That's a shame. I agree with you. I think Tater should get rid of that heater. A bunch of commenters wished him well wishes and condolences on his dad's passing. Oh, geez. This person here, Deborah Baker, said she knew someone that got off work, came home and lied down on the couch. Propane leaked and he never woke up. That was years ago. I have a hard time trusting propane, even on a barbecue grill. That's terrible. Yeah, you know what? This is bad. I was reading through these comments here. It's not good. You know what the deal is? The propane, if you're using that outdoors, like for a barbecue, or you're having like a fire pit that's propane outside, that's a different story. I would not trust. I've seen Tater use this heater, and I cringed when I saw him. He has the tank, the grill tank of propane inside the bus, right by the heater. He hooks it up. I cringe at that. That doesn't seem safe at all. You don't want to play games with that. That propane is bad stuff, because you can have a small leak and not realize it. Oh man, this guy Steve 3688 said he's had a problem before with a rubber propane line, and he said that if it's not the correct rubber, the propane will cause the rubber to get like kind of melt inside, and it will muck up the internals on the heater. Get a good, correct propane hose moving forward, and it should help. I even use a filter between the heater and the tank to filter out any contaminants. Yeah, I got 30 likes. Man. Board Moo 9228 said they had a similar heater and it hated altitude, 6,500 feet. I replaced it with one that has a ceramic burner and no trouble since. Yeah, you know, this propane all works on pressure. And if you're at a higher altitude, you have lower air pressure. So if the thing uses some kind of burner with a Venturi, a propane jet, you're going to have different mixtures happening because the air is less dense up there. Yeah. Have to be careful. BRNCS7 says, leave the windows open like your front door. That got 5 likes. Yeah, I'd be a little afraid of having every window shut in that bus, you know, having it all sealed up. Um, Brianna Roberts 3382 says, I would try a test on the heat pump to bring the bus up to temp with propane and diesel heater. See how well it maintains the heat and how much energy. Heat pumps are very efficient. Yeah, you know what the problem is? I can tell you right now, if you don't have a power grid to plug it into, air conditioning or heat pump sucks a ton of electric. It's not going to be good. You'd need a ridiculous amount of batteries, or you'd have to run a generator. Yeah. It definitely is more efficient to run directly off propane. I think actually, you know what? I got the best solution for Tater, and that is to install a second diesel heater. I really think that's a safer way to do it. It vents outdoors. Those diesel heaters, they even have an option. You can have an air intake from the outside. It uses that for combustion air, and then it vents the exhaust back outside. Therefore, you're not using up any of the air inside your bus when you run it. And there's no fumes, and the flame, there's no open flame either. What I would do is put in a filter, though, on the air intake inside the bus for the air it's going to heat for the diesel heater. If you're Tater, you better get a big piece of filter material and make up like a big filter about yay big, a box, and then you put the duct sucking from that box with the filter material, because with all those cats around, the diesel heater is going to suck in cat fur, and it's going to get totally plugged up and could start a fire. Yeah, I would definitely make a filter box for the diesel heater. I hope Tater's listening to my video for his sake. I don't want to see anything happen to the cats. That would be a shame. You can't, anytime you got fur in the air, it's going to mess stuff up. You got to have filters. Man. Oh yeah, Tater even got out a patio heater, and he was talking about using that in the bus. And a fire pit, that's propane. No, you can't do that. That's really real. That's Michael Jackson bad. Man. The Vic 2397 says, Eric, brother, you own the land and you can run your generator all night anywhere you want on your own land. Got 41 thumbs up. Yeah, that's what, you know what a great idea is? Build a box, like a little shed. You put your generator in it, or a generator. And that way you can keep it muffled down, the noise level, and you just have some vents in it. And you plumb the exhaust going outside the shed. Yeah, a generator shed, that's what Tater needs. And what he should do, they sell these small diesel generators. Get a diesel generator. If you're serious about making your own power, the diesel generator is much more efficient. Yeah, it would be seriously worth it to pay extra to get a diesel generator. Some of them are very quiet. They have a box that's all insulated. They come in. So if you get one of those quieter diesel generators and then you put it inside a little shed, you're really going to have it licked. It will be nice and quiet. And then you could run a long extension cord over to your bus so that the generator's not that close to it. And you might even be able to fit a bigger diesel tank in the shed so you can run it like for 24 hours without filling it. Maybe even longer than that. Yeah. You could put like a home heating oil tank filled of diesel fuel for it. Set it up so you don't even have to fill it. Yeah, there's all kinds of... you can really get creative if you want to live off-grid. There's so many different things you could do. Oh, you know what? Get this. Now I'm thinking even smarter than that. You could have a liquid-cooled diesel generator, right? You put it in a shed, just like I said, and you could plumb lines that go, insulated hoses that go to the bus, where you put a coil, a radiator coil with a fan to heat the bus with the waste heat from the generator, from the coolant. And then you make electric while the generator's running to power the bus. And if you need more heat, you could run an electric heater or the heat pump. That's what you need, but they are pricey. But if you're serious about living off-grid, that's one way to do it. Yeah, there's a lot of options. If you have all that land, you can also set up a lot of solar panels on the land. And that way you can really make some electric when the sun's out. Let's see. Scotty416 says, I don't know the layout of that bus inside it, but I would probably bet it more economical to wall off your sleeping area and only heat that part when you're asleep. No need to heat the whole bus if you don't need to. Got like 13 likes. T. Magelhoff says, I think he would have to because of the plumbing. Yeah, he doesn't want his pipe plumbing to freeze up. But you could keep the rest of the bus at like 50 degrees and just have your bedroom warm. That might be a good idea. If the cats are in the bedroom anyway. Suge2658 commented, even thermal curtains surround for the bed area. Can pull them back and tie back when not needed. I've even heard of using a small tent on top of the bed. That would help. Interesting. Well, he's got Diana now to keep him warm. Sleepwalker AA says, nice to see Diana. Your show is better when she is around. I'm glad to see you both together. John Bibbins said, love the bus, but I would need a door for privacy on the toilet. I like to poop in peace. I wouldn't be able to do the deed with my wife on the couch watching TV and me pooping. I didn't even know Tater didn't have a door on it. That's crazy. It was so cold out. It was a 4-cat night. Georgia Corey 954 said, let's see. Yeah, it sounds like he says you're at a 7,000 foot elevation. User P2B3 commented about Eric's position. That's why you get snow, ice, and cold. A lot of comments about the Mr. Buddy heaters. Yeah. Gista Novik says, why doesn't the diesel heater work? 2 replies. Mitch F. said, I thought the same thing too. Seems Eric always finds the struggles are for real situations in his nomad life. Johnny Do-It-Yourself said, he thought Tater said it couldn't keep up, maybe undersized for the bus or not close enough to the bed. Yeah. You know what? You know how much those diesel heaters cost? They're like under $100. Why don't you buy a second one? Don't use propane, man. That's not safe to have the tank inside the bus. And then if the tank's outdoors, when the weather's really cold, the propane gets stuck or it like freezes too much, the pressure goes down and it won't come out of the bottle. I've seen Steve Wallace. He's got millions of views on YouTube. I've seen him go camping. He has all kinds of problems with propane. It gets too cold. He uses those Mr. Buddy heaters, but it's more for like outdoors, or maybe he brings it into a tent with him. It's kind of risky. Oh, Roy, oh boy, says, it's funny how you had no heat, but you spoke about multiple redundancies that you have. You even did a whole video on it. Well, that heat didn't age well. Yeah, pretty much. A lot of people have comments for him. And apparently there was something about he saw someone on the property. Paul Bordeaux-May 972 commented, I thought you were talking about the person that was walking in the background on your last video. It was at the 1 minute 39 second mark and the person was wearing orange. Let's see what the reply. Yeah, someone commented, Susie Lucy 65 commented, oh, there was someone back there. That's all you need. People walking. You just don't know. The problem is you buy property in the middle of nowhere. You're going to have other nomads. They're going to think it's quartzite. They're going to think they can park and camp. They're not going to know it's your property. That could be bad. Yeah, I watched the video. I don't remember about the person walking on the property. It's all about propane, all this stuff. Buddy heaters, propane. Angie Markley says, I agree with you. A wood stove or even a pellet stove. I myself have 2 wood stoves. Yeah, you know what? There's a guy, Foresty Forest, who does camping in the van, and he actually has a small wood stove in his van. Put a stovepipe going right out the ceiling, right out the roof. You could install a wood stove in that school bus. That might be safer than doing the propane. Edward Crasher 5435 says, suggestion, get an air purifier with all those cats. I agree. Yeah, I would be sneezing. My eyes would be all red. Allergens. I don't know how Tater does it. Oh, there's a ton of comments here. Different furnaces, the whole bit. Maybe you can use the Jackery power station with an electric heater. Sharon Griffo 2613 commented. It's good to have an alternative source of heat. Ha! Stay warm. We have -7 tonight. No, I'm sorry, Sharon. You're going into comedy. That a joke, man. Going into comedy, man. Jackery power station, nothing but a battery. A little battery in there. That's not going to power a space heater, man. No. Yeah, those space heaters take a lot of wattage. That's comical, the things people think they can run off a Jackery. That's for like charging your cell phone, doing things that are very light duty. You can run an LED light off it. Yeah, they're great for that. Make no mistake, there's a huge difference between a gas generator and a battery pack. It should be illegal that they can call those stupid little power stations. I've seen them for sale. Some of them, they call them a generator. All they are, it's a Jackery style thing. They even have one at Harbor Freight Tools now. Just a battery, man. That's not a generator. Oh, they give you like a little tiny solar panel, and then they're like, oh, it's a generator now. No, man. That enough to make a little cell phone work. Or a flashlight. It's not enough, man. That's not going to do anything. It's not going to run an air conditioner. Not going to run a heater. Nope. Oh yeah, Dave Easel 3045 says, please don't put that tank in the bus. Second request. 30 years in the propane business has taught me that. The comment about the guy that lost his father is real. It happens. Why take the chance? Yeah. I agree. I really don't like the idea of putting a propane lines connection, the tank, the whole bit, running an open flame propane heater. It's bad news, guys. That's bad news. That's very dangerous. It's not good to breathe that either. Okay, a lot of people are happy to see Diana back. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Tater is he headed for trouble? Bad news, Tater Acres. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Welcome to the channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Yeah, Nomadic Fanatic is something new on my channel. I'm doing commentary on him, just like blind views. That's the way I see it. So, Yeah, I'll be watching. I'll be keeping you guys up to date on the Tater man. He's an interesting character. Yup, custom school bus. We'll see how they fare. It's cool. I agree. It's cool that Diana came back. That's gonna spice up his content. Yeah, more subject matter, man. Better footage, man. She can film. She can help film too. Yeah. Hopefully, they don't burn up with that propane. Get something different going. Come on, Tater. You're better than propane. Huh. Yeah. Put a second diesel heater in. That should be your top priority to get that figured out so you don't need to have tanks on board the bus like that. Yeah, that's much safer to have the diesel heater. All right, guys. Hey, I hope everyone's staying warm. The whole country's in a severe Arctic freeze. And we were supposed to get more snow. We got hammered here with 12 inches if you didn't see it. There's a few videos on my channel. On my vlog. I do have my original content as well. Yeah, we were supposed to get more snow. Thank God. Now they're saying that may not hit us. It's actually going, this is very bizarre. It's going down by the Carolinas. How weird is that? Instead of going up north, it's going by the Carolinas. And I'm on Long Island. Yeah. About halfway out in the state of New York. I will be running a boat that's coming up on the channel as soon as the weather gets nicer. 25-foot four winds boat. I will be staying overnight on it. It's like a cabin cruiser type boat. It's going to be good content. I'm excited. I will be going on a cruise, an adults only cruise. I'm going to film it. I'm getting high-speed internet on the ship. I will be doing a Florida road trip, possibly in a Mustang car with over 200,000 miles on it. Has a questionable clutch. Huh. It's all coming up on the channel, guys. I will see you later. I hope everyone's staying warm. Hope you have a great day or night. Hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll keep up with Tater. We'll see what he's doing. Over and out.